Hello, everyone. Good evening to all of you. Am I audible? Hi, Nitin. Please let me know whether I'm audible or not. Yes, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, good. So, today in this session, we are going to talk about what is the template based approach or how we can prepare the templates for mains topic while preparing for the prelims itself. Many of you might ask me, sir, is it the right time? Is it the right time to brainstorm on the templates for the mains? But let me ask you one question: do you have a time for the mains after the prelims? So the answer is no. We hardly have 80 days, and out of 80 days, 5 or 10 days will be gone just for while waiting for the result. So it is very important to understand all the activities, all the approach which we are going to discuss can be implemented while preparing for the prelims. If you are very beginner, right? If you are very beginner, you might find it a bit difficult. If you have not gone through the basic book, I will suggest you should first complete the basic books. But if you have already given mains, if you are from the senior batch, right, then this exercise is must for you. While preparing for the prelims, you have to finalize your templates. In this session, I'm going to discuss how the templates can be used to structure your answer. Now, many of us are confused when it comes to the templates, or either I will say we hardly know. There are like couple of templates which everyone knows, right? For example, the pestle approach, stakeholders approach, right? But the pestle or stakeholders approach are not applicable in each and every question. So how we should develop the templates for each and every topic? So I have picked up few topics uh, based on which I will show you how to generate the templates, how to use them in the answer writing. My friends, try to understand, even if you are not practicing answer writing, at least you can focus on this template based approach. It doesn't take much time. In like every day, if you are going to spend 2 hours, 3 hours, you will be able to cover more than 3 or 4 topics, or even more than that, right? So this is very, very important exercise, and I'll try to show you through the live demonstration, right? If you will have any doubt, definitely you can ask me once the session is done. But please make sure you focus on the step-by-step process. That is very crucial to understand, right? And after watching this discussion, you will understand what are the gaps in your notes. What are the gaps in your answer writing? You may be having a good content. You may be having a good flow in the answer. But try to understand, my friends, it is not only about the content. How to structure the content is very, very important in your answers. And based on the structuring of the answer, you get the marks. And good structure in the answer is based on the templates which you use, right? So let's begin with that. So the very first thing I would try to explain is what is the topper secret, prelims and mains together, right? Toppers don't wait for the prelims to end, they prepare for mains simultaneously. I have been interacting with so many, rankers or potential rankers, you can say, or the senior batch, which we are running for them, the mains program. I'm talking about for the seniors, right? So they have not quit the answer writing, but they are struggling to structure their answer, right? They are working on their content, the notes making, right? So they're like whatever they are doing for the mains, it will continue for another month or so, right? So toppers don't wait for the prelims, they use structured answer templates to write faster and better. My friends, structured template based answer is not something which you can learn in a day or two, right? Even if I'm going to provide you the PDF, which I will, you will not be able to use them while writing the answer. You need to do some brainstorming, you need to practice it, right? That is another important point you need to understand. Then Templates-based answer writing helps retain prelims concepts for mains as well, right? So even this approach is going to help you in the prelims also. I'm going to show you how it is going to be carried out, right? So the very first thing is, what exactly is the template-based approach? That is very important to understand. So the template-based approach is predefined structure, right? Predefined structure means if suppose there is a question on the food security, right? Then is there any template, the keywords I can directly use in my answer? And my friends, trust me, if you know what are those keywords, what are those templates, automatically you will start generating the points. Automatically it will come in your mind. You just need to have some example data facts in your notes. That's it. And this is the main reason why your notes are so bulky. If you don't know the template, obviously your notes are going to be very, very lengthy, right? Then it works for any question. This part I'm going to show you as well. I will give you fixed template. I will show you. I have picked up a couple of topics, right? And for those topics, I have prepared some templates, and you will be surprised to see how that particular fixed template can be used in each and every answer, or in each and every question UPSC has asked for entire topic, right? So it works for any question. Then stronger answer presentation. Without template, obviously you cannot have the presentation. Well, a good presentation in the answers. Presentation is not necessarily means you are going to have a lot of diagrams, flowcharts. No, presentation, that is fine. That is also a part of presentation. But your answer will look more presentable if it is going to have more diverse point, more diverse subheadings, right? Then easier facts and concept retention. This is again very important. When you will have the templates prepared in your mind, automatically you will see the factual information, the data, example, case studies. It will automatically will be there in your mind. You don't have to revise it again and again and again, because you know, if I'm talking about certain factors, for example, technological factor, social factor, political factor, it's like that, right? So automatically you will see the examples are coming in your mind, right? Then very diverse perspective, right? So the templates gives a very diverse perspective in your answer, right? So all these aspects we are going to see how to implement, right? Then my friends, if you have any doubts, if you are not able to identify the gaps in your notes, in your answer writing, you can WhatsApp your copies and notes on this number. Personally, I'll be looking into those copies. Other senior mentors are there who will be reviewing these copies and the notes. And if you want to discuss with us what are the gaps in your answer writing, how we can have structured answers or structured template for your answers, we can definitely discuss that. So write down this number, and also the form will be given, shared with you in the description box. Even you can put any queries, whatever have in your mind, right? So for example, this is the agriculture part of the GS3 paper, right? So this is a division of the syllabus, right? Like major crops and cropping pattern, different types of irrigation system, right? Then transport and marketing of agriculture produce, issues, related constraint. So these are just the part of the syllabus, you can say. So I have picked a few topics, and I'm going to show you how I have prepared the templates, right? And then you will be surprised to see how that particular template is going to be used for each and every question which UPSC has asked in the previous years, right? For example, these are the themes I have extracted from the previous year's question. From which topic? From the cropping pattern in the various parts of the country, right? Now everyone knows, everyone is quite aware of like how to extract the themes from the previous year's questions, which is very common nowadays, right? But it is not only about preparing the themes. This is obviously the first stage, right? If your notes, if your preparation strategy does not include this, my friends, your notes are not going to be very, very effective, right? Your notes are not going to be very, very effective. Neither your answer writings will be, answers will be structured, right? So these are the themes, which is the step number one, right? And if you are already a part of Sure Shot senior batch or the regular batch, you already know this is what we are also providing in the pre-test discussion, right? So this is the part of Sure Shot program already. But if you are not part of this, please, you have to understand this concept very carefully. This is the themes we have extracted from the previous year's question, right? From the irrigation topic, for example, changing from the cropping pattern, right? Changing the cropping pattern, wheat, rice, nutritious crop, horticulture. So this is a very factual theme. Second theme is factors responsible for the same, right? Why the cropping pattern is changing. Now, these factors, changes in cropping pattern due to consumption trends, market driven shifts in cropping pattern, climate change. This is the individual themes which UPSC has asked in the previous year's question. Now just ask yourself, if the question is going to be asked again, how the climate change affecting the cropping pattern in India, how are you going to structure your answer? Do you have any fixed template for that? No. We will see that, how we are going to develop the template. Then impact of government policies. Now see, in all these things UPSC has already asked. Importance of millets and coarse grains in crop diversification, right? Then declining productivity, rice wheat system and its consequences, crop diversification as a solution to agricultural sustainability, impact of technological advancement on cropping pattern, right? So now all these things UPSC has asked, right, in the previous year's question. Now I'm going to explain what exactly is the template which we are supposed to prepare, right? For example, before we proceed, I want you to think, right? This is the first theme, right? Let me show it. Factors responsible for the same, changes in cropping pattern due to consumption trends, right? Changes in cropping pattern due to consumption trends. If you have to write down the points, how many points can you think? Is there any particular template are you going to use to generate the points? Or are you just trying to recall, is this topic covered in my notes or not? Tell me, my friends, is there any particular template you think you can use to explain this point? Anyone? How are we going to break down this theme? How are we going to generate the points? Right? Changes in cropping pattern due to consumption trend. Yes? Anyone from the group? It is very easy. Just try to apply some logic. It's not that difficult to think about it. Right? So first, think which components there is a scope. Trace changes in consumption trends. What else? See, first you need to identify which component are you going to break down, right? So this consumption trend, right? The consumption trend is changing, because of which the cropping pattern is changing, right? So now you need to think, we will see what we consume on daily basis and how that changes the pattern in crops. Yes, that is one point. So see, now apply some logic. This is a very something which you will enjoy when you are going to practice on a daily basis. You will start enjoying this process. So this consumption trend. Now I will start asking the question, what are the various factors which influences the consumption pattern? Just think very in a very simplest way. What are the various factors which influences the consumption pattern? And obviously, when the consumption pattern will be affected, it will affect the cropping pattern, right? So now I will start thinking about various aspects. For example, social factor, social and cultural factor, economic factor, regional factor, government policies, international aspects, urbanization, environmental factor. Now you see, this is what I call as the templates. Now I know whenever there is a question going to be asked, I will start thinking from all these aspects. Right? Does it make sense? For example, social factor and cultural factor, dietary habit, cultural practices, right? Like in India, in North India, we prefer wheat and rice, right? So we focus on wheat and rice cultivation. Similarly, economic factor, your income, inflation in the country, right? That also affects the consumption pattern, right? If there will be high inflation, you will not be able to afford the exotic crops or the food. Similarly, government policies, nutri-cereals, MSP and all, this also affect the consumption pattern, right? So if you know, just try to imagine, even if you know all these aspects, right? Like this part, don't you think you will be able to link? Don't you think you will be able to generate the points on your own? Like Makhana in Bihar. Yes, very good. Very good. So this is what I need in your notes. इसी को हम लोग वन पेजर नोट्स बोलते हैं. This is how you need to develop a strategy. Whenever you are reading the topic for the prelims, why don't you look at the previous year's question of the mains and develop this kind of template? Is it that difficult? Now see how it has become so easy to generate so many points. And this is what going to impress the evaluator. Right? Is this clear to everyone? We will see another topic. Right? For example, this is the second theme, market-driven shift in the cropping pattern. Right? For example, market-driven shift in the cropping pattern. Now I am asking you, tell me how this market-driven shift in cropping pattern, how the market-driven shifts in cropping pattern, or how the market-driven factors are responsible for changing cropping pattern in India. Tell me. Now start thinking, what exactly is the market-driven shift? Now, which component you need to divide? Obviously, what constitutes the market? What are the factors which play a very crucial role in the market-driven shift, right? So now, for this, I have extracted the themes or the template. For example, economic factors, trade and export dynamics, supply chain and infrastructure, technological influence, policy and institutional support, social and cultural preferences. Again, almost the same template, right? For example, economic factors, price fluctuations, profitability, cash crop dominance, right? Trade and export dynamics, agri-export zone, WTO impacts, demand-driven farming, supply chain and infrastructure, cold storage, food processing, logistics. For similarly, policy and institutional support, ENAM, contract farming, APMC reforms, right? They are market-driven policies. And because of these policies or because of these market-driven factors, cropping patterns are changing. Right? Does it make sense, everyone? Does it make sense to everyone? Is there any doubt in this template, how we are using it? Is it so difficult to identify these factors? Because my friends, if you are not able to come up with these factors or these templates, you might end up with writing a very generic answer. And if you are going to include all these parameters or all these aspects, your answers are going to be very, very rich. Right? I hope this is clear. Any doubt in this? Dishan, Devraj, Garvit, any doubt? Does it make sense? No? we'll move on to the next topic. Crop diversification as a solution to agriculture sustainability. Right? Now, crop diversification as a solution to agricultural sustainability. Now, if you have to find out the template, first you need to understand which component are or which keyword are you going to divide. Now I want the answer from you. Which component do you think you are going to divide if the question is crop diversification as a solution to agricultural sustainability? On the spot, you have to start thinking crop diversification as a solution to agriculture sustainability. So in this part, I'm going to focus on this agricultural sustainability, right? How the crop diversification is the need for agriculture sustainability. Now you need to think, Zishan, crop diversification, Garvit, you are right, agriculture sustainability. Because agricultural sustainability can be broken down into various aspects. It can be broken down into various aspects, right? For example, environmental sustainability, economic sustainability, social sustainability, climate resilience, policy, institutional, legal, trade. Don't you think if there will be an environmental sustainability, for example, soil fertility, water conservation, if we are going to promote millet cultivation, right? Don't you think it will, it is going to ensure the environmental sustainability, right? So soil fertility will increase, there will be a water conservation, and it will further lead to agriculture sustainability. Does it make sense? Similarly, economic sustainability, for example, less fertilizer cost, it will lead to more farmer income. When the farmers will become rich or prosperous, it will lead to again agriculture sector sustainability, right? Similarly, social sustainability, nutritional crop, climate resilient and adaptation, carbon sequestration and all. So now this is how the templates should be prepared. Now, based on these keywords, I can generate n number of points, right? And if you are missing all these keywords or the template in your notes and in your answer, I'm sorry to say it is very difficult to score good marks, especially in GS paper 3 also, GS paper 3 and GS paper 1 also, right? And this is what we are discussing with the senior batch, even with the regular batch of the short mains, right? We are not only focusing on the content, but we are focusing more on how to think, how to develop the content on the spot, right? And this is how your notes making or you can say your notes making exercise will improve as well, right? So now the next topic is, for example, themes for the food security. Now in this food security topic, everyone knows this is very important topic. There are one template I am going to show you, and bring me any question related to the food security. I'll show you how to use it for each and every type of question, right? There are 5-6 keywords based on which you will start generating the points, right? So first of all, there are various themes which UPSC has asked. For example, issues with the food security due to wastage, post-harvesting wastage, due to fragmented land, due to climate change, due to groundwater scarcity, right? These are all issues which are responsible for the food security, right? Then, and another question is strategy of agriculture growth to meet the demand. Role of technology in ensuring food security, various steps, policies government has taken, role of millets in nutritional security. All these themes UPSC has asked in the previous years, right? Now, can anyone tell me, because this is a very important topic, at the same time many students know what template I'm talking about. Tell me, any template are you aware of? Garvez, Dishan, Rudra, can you tell me, is there any template which you can think of? If suppose how the land holding or fragmented land holding affects the food security in India, is there any template you can think of? Is there any keyword you can think of? Tell me. Yes? Let's see what is the template. For example, before that, I'll show you this question. The groundwater potential of the Gangetic Valley is on a serious decline. How may it affect the food security in India? Right? So this is the template I have shown you, like the groundwater scarcity responsible for the food security, issue of food security. So suppose this is the question, right? Then what is that particular template? First, in the introduction, I will think of the various types of template which can be fit into this particular question. For example, definition based, food availability, accessibility, affordability. This definition is given by the WHO. Then FAO, sorry. Then constitutional angle, we can link with the right to life, NFSA, significance based approach, current affair based introduction, issue based introduction. So for introduction also you can have the templates. But how to use, which kind of template you have to use, this is, you need to understand what is the tone of the question. If the tone of the question is issue based, pick up the issue based introduction. If the question is based on the significance of, for example, the millets in ensuring the food security in India, then you can pick up the significance based introduction, right? So for introduction, I think it is not that difficult. Every one of you already aware of it, right? But what is most important is the template for the core content, the core demand of the question. Now look at these 6 keywords: availability, affordability, accessibility, quality, sustainability, and utilization. Right? So now go back to the previous question. First, look, just take a snap of this screen. Availability, affordability, accessibility, quality, sustainability, and utilization. Right? Now, based on these 6 keywords, can you tell me whether you can generate the points or not? Right? For example, groundwater potential of Gangetic Valley is on serious decline. Right? This is a very common question, generic question. How may it affect the food security? Now, if the groundwater potential is declining, don't you think it will affect the availability, accessibility, affordability, quality of food? Yes or no? Tell me. Can we generate the points based on all these parameters? Right? We can definitely generate it. And after this slide, I will show you 10 themes which are more important, or you can say very important for 2025. Every theme we can answer using this template. Right? So I hope these keywords are again going to rescue you if there is any question related to the food security or the nutritional security. You can link it with any theme, right? Then similarly, the template for suggestions, right? Whenever I have seen, when I'm reviewing the copies, when I'm discussing with the senior batch and the regular batch, I have seen the points are very generic, especially in the suggestion, right? Why are we not thinking about legal reforms, institutional level, policy level, financial level, infrastructure level, technological level, nutritional level, climate resilience, marketing? Is it that difficult to generate the points if you know there could be various aspects we can think about the suggestions? I think it is not, right? If you know only the keywords, trust me, just one example you already be having in your notes. You just know, you should know about these various aspects when you are writing the answer. And trust me, my friend, this template, these keywords are not only applicable for food security, but in most of the topics of UPSC. You can think about, whenever you are writing the suggestions, always think from these perspectives. As India is one of the largest producer of rice and wheat, the scarcity of groundwater availability will highly affect the growth of cultivation. Yes, Aryan, this is very good introduction, in fact, for that question, right? Because you are highlighting the issue, right? So again, that is a good introduction, right? I hope this is, again, you have understood how you have to frame the suggestion or the way forward. Don't write generic points. So whenever you are now writing the answer, always think in various aspects, at policy level, legal level, right, institutional level, infrastructure level, nutritional level, right? Then similarly, the conclusion template, right? Even I have seen the conclusion are very generic. So the conclusion can have various templates. For example, suggestion based, strengthening PDS millets storage; quote based, a hungry nation cannot progress, MS Swaminathan; global comparison, Brazil zero hunger program; PM's perspective, or the quotes based, food security is important for Atmanirbhar Bharat. So whenever you are preparing the notes, always make sure you include the template for each and every aspect of answer writing. It is not only about the introduction, it is not only about the conclusion, but overall template should focus on the entire topic itself, right? Let UPSC ask any question. If you have the keywords for your main body, you will be able to frame the good answer. If you have the template for introduction, your introduction will not be generic, right? At the same time, let's look at this topic: expected contemporary issues impacting food security. This is extremely important for the mains 2025, right? These are the themes, various themes. For example, nanotechnology for food security, role of technology, policy efforts on concern over dietary diversity, role of biotechnology and GM crops. All these themes can be. Dishan, video is lagging. Uh, is it happening for everyone? Is the video lagging for everyone? No? Okay. There might be some connectivity issues. Now look at these themes, right? All these themes are extremely important. Sometimes, okay, right? These themes are extremely important, as you can see from the heading itself, because this is how the UPSC has linked the various issues, right, with the food security topic. So, for example, the land reforms, the impact of land reforms on the food security. This is again very important. Role of cooperatives in ensuring food security, resilient and sustainable food system to ensure food security, right? Nutritional security. These are all important themes for 2025. And when you are preparing the current affair for the prelims, why are you not ensuring that this entire the topic which you are reading for the current affair is also prepared for the mains perspective? Are you going to duplicate, or are you going to read that topic again? That is not how you have to manage the time, because anyway you are going to cover the current affairs holistically, right? For that, we the Vajiram has also released a very comprehensive book for the current affairs, right? Quick revision book. So why don't you just go through the listing, the index of topping, and you can segregate which all topics are extremely important for prelims and which topic are important for the mains, right? So you can do that, and you will find all these themes as well. They are also covered. But what is my point is, let UPSC ask any theme. Don't you think by using that particular template, that is availability, accessibility, affordability, quality, don't you think you can use that template to answer these themes? Right? You can link, for example, land reforms and food security. Right? We know the fragmentation of land in India is the biggest issue, because of which our country is not able to, or it's lagging in the food security. So if there will be effective land reforms, don't you think this is going to ensure the availability of the foods, affordability, accessibility, nutrition? It will, right? So whenever you are doing the brainstorming of the previous year's question, my friend, always try to develop this habit. And the habit is to develop the template. What are the various keywords we can use, right? Otherwise, the points are going to be very, very generic. It will not help you to score very good marks, right? I think this is all for today. Any other doubt you have, please let me know. I don't wanted to take a lot of time because I know everyone is busy in the prelims, but I thought this is very important, especially for those who are preparing for the mains, or who belongs to, or who have already given a couple of mains and interviews. So I'm sure they are investing half of the time for the mains as well, right? So please make sure, my friends, focus on this template based approach, whether it's the notes making, whether it's the answer writing, or whether it could be anything, right? If you have any doubts, you can send your copies. You can WhatsApp your copies on this number. You can WhatsApp your notes as well. We can sit together. We can discuss how your notes can be further structured based on the templates, right? I hope this is clear. Any doubt you have, please let me know. Anyone have any doubt related to the notes, answer writing? You can ask me, please. Right? So I have prepared more templates like this for other topics as well, right? So when you are going to send your copies, or when you are going to send me your notes, definitely I'll be more than happy to share with you. Dishan, yes, Garvit, we are working on the same concept, right? Even in discussion, we are also focusing more on the template based approach. Dishan, is it apply to GS 1 and 3? Yes, every possible question. Bring me your history question, bring me your geography question. I'll show you how we can prepare a template. It can be anything. Because without template, it is not possible to frame a good answer. How would you be able to generate the points on the spot? Right? So every topic in the UPSC can have a very good template which you can use to structure your answer, and even in the notes making, right? So that is the reason I'm emphasizing more on this part. If you are not able to implement this template based approach in your answer writing, you can send me your copies. I'll show you how to use it, right? I wanted to take a lot of topics in the session, but because of the paucity of time, I know everyone is busy in the prelims. I thought to keep it short, right? At least you have got the idea of the template based answer writing. It is not always about the pestle and stakeholder. Thank you so much, Dishan. I hope you will be able to implement it now. And if you come across any doubt or anything, feel free to get in touch with us. Okay. So, my friend, I think this is all for today. I will try to prepare some discussion on a weekly basis, right? Based on this template based approach. And but still, if you come across any doubt or if you will have any queries, definitely you can fill the form. You can drop a message on this WhatsApp number and we can get in touch. Okay. Thank you so much, my friends. Take care.